All right, you guys. Gosh, yes, we are recording, and I am so excited that you guys got on the call tonight, whether you are listening and watching live tonight, Wednesday, November 9th, or whether you are watching our recording later. We want to welcome all of you to our team call this month. We are so excited, you guys. Oh my gosh, we're in amazing momentum. So much is going on right now. We've got not just Sherry and I on the call speaking tonight, but we have a couple of very special guest speakers, which I will introduce in a couple minutes here. But I just want to say, you guys, just please keep in mind that the next couple months should just be amazing for your business. I know Sherry's going to talk a little bit more about that, but keep in mind our incentive, you guys, for our Rockstar Retreat. That is going to be such a fun, fabulous, spectacular thing. And you guys, the great thing is we really thought that out. So absolutely anybody from a brand new consultant to a VP can earn that trip. So when you are signing up a new consultant, be sure that they are registering for that. And also make sure that, in their start month, you always want to make sure that they're registering for GTC, just as a reminder. Super, super important. But you guys, that retreat is going to be amazing. So do not forget about that. And you guys, that should be kind of the guidepost right now for your business for the next 2 months. Should have been in October too. So if you weren't on track in October, we gave you an opportunity that if you can get back on track in November and December, you can come to San Diego in January, escape the Midwestern cold, a lot of you, and come down and get pampered, and we're going to have a really special time, you guys. So it's going to be great. So I want to talk for just a couple minutes on developing a sponsoring mindset, because it is so important, you guys. We all love our products. Everybody knows these products sell themselves. It's absolutely 100% true. But, if you really want to, I love it. Lisa's got her wine. I love you, Lisa. If you really want to grow a booming business, you guys, you have got to have business partners. You've got to grow a team. And if you've been in the business long enough, it's becoming very, very apparent to you. So I want to share a few thoughts really quick from our favorite coach, Jerry Rosenthal, who talks about developing this sponsoring mindset. And we need to remember that our mindset is made by default or design. You guys, what we think about, we bring about. It becomes our reality. So we are not a product, you guys. We're not a product of our circumstances. We're not a product of our environment. We are a product of our mindset and our thoughts. And I will tell you that our two speakers, Lisa License and Sarah Schaffhauser Wright, these two women, they are the busiest two women of anybody I know in this business, and they're achieving extraordinary things because their mindset is good, you guys. So when we're looking at this business, we really need to think about what this business can do for other people. That is what we have to keep in mind, you guys. This is so we can give back and be of service. If we think about that, we are never going to sound pushy. We're never going to sound salesy. It's going to come from our heart and be, it's going to be authentic. And what we should be focusing on is how we can help change people's lives. Through the products, yes, but for sure through the business. So I want you to keep that in mind. A couple other things that Jerry talked about is we are going to be builders of people instead of sellers of products. And that is a really, really big difference. So I want you to tweak your thinking between a seller of products and a builder of people. It has a much different ring to it, right, you guys? You want to check your beliefs. There's that trifecta belief system in the industry, network marketing. If there is a chink in the armor with that at all, you need to talk to your upline and you need to fix that, because that will kill your business. You guys, we should be proud of what we do. We give people an opportunity to change their lives in a very real way in a very short time. You know, we have so many gifts to give them. The belief in the product is the other thing we have to make sure that we have. That means we are using them, you guys, be a product of the product, and belief in ourselves. That one is just self-development, you guys. Talking about when somebody joins your team. Okay, I just want to introduce Wendy. Wendy's sitting here. She just joined our team, and she, you know, when we have somebody join us, you guys, we want to make sure that we walk hand in hand with them. And I think so many times what we do is, you know, as Jerry said, we unhook our little red wagon from them and we let them go off on their own. And you guys, when people come into the business, they are filled with all of those, you know, all the junk from their past, and they don't have the vision yet of what this can be. So we have got to be the vision caster for these new people, you guys. And you're going to lose people if you let them go and you don't check in with them every day. You are not holding their hand. You are not casting that vision. So it's super important. We have got two responsibilities to our team, to our new consultants. We need to train them to show them how we do what we do, and we have to equip them. So we need to show them how to do Discover Arbonne's, or show them how to do a one-on-one. We need to sit there and when they make a phone call and help them with that, you know? So, you know, again, it's all about vision casting. So 5 things we need to do to develop a sponsoring mindset, you guys. Number 1, we need to stop comparing ourselves to other people. That will kill us. When you compare yourself to other people, you will become bitter. And when you are yourself and authentic to just you, you will become better. Super important. Second thing, stop caring about what other people think about you, because guess what? Most of the time, they're not thinking of you at all. They are worried about themselves, what's going on in their life, how they're looking, how they're feeling, all of those things. And we really, again, need to think what a blessing we can be to people in this business. Third thing, stop trying to please everyone. You guys, please remember, you know, we're not trying to have people join a sorority here. I mean, you all know me pretty well. I'm pretty warm and fuzzy. However, we are building multi-million-dollar businesses with people if they so desire. And you have got to keep that in mind, you guys. It can be that big, and that's what we should help people visualize if that's what they want. Fourth thing is let go of your excuses. Okay, you guys, there are things like GTC. You have got to just really be firm about that. That's a no, that's a non-negotiable. That's a no-brainer for people. If they're serious about their business, they're going to be at GTC. They're going to come to local meetings. They're going to come to trainings. They're going to get on calls, whether live or recorded. You know, great coaches remind players of what they already know, and they also coach the players on the field. So you guys, don't spend a lot of time with those people who aren't working. Spend your time wisely with the people who are in activity. And number 5 is let go of your past. Your past does not determine your future. Your past prepares you for your future. And that is it. So on that note, you guys, I want to turn it over to the fabulous Sherry Weller, VP extraordinaire and one of my very best friends. And I know Sherry has got some great things to share as well.
Well, hi, everyone, and welcome, Wendy. We're happy to have you. So I'm just going to talk about a couple things. Holiday time. I'm going to talk a little bit about networking and meeting new people and expanding your market, and then why this is such a great time for our business. So if you hadn't noticed, we're in the second week of November. 2 more weeks till Thanksgiving, and obviously we have so much to be grateful for. And then Hanukkah, Christmas, and anything else that you may celebrate in December. And we're about 6 weeks away from the end of this year. And so as Hope was saying, this is really the time to take advantage of all that Arbonne is offering us and really go for it till the end of this year and build that momentum going into 2017. Gosh, that sounds weird. But going into 2017. So Arbonne has equipped us with amazing opportunities this month. We have the holiday line, and we have the Genius Fabulous ASVP with the special bonus product through the 16th. And so if you have not booked your calendar between now and November 16th to do as many ultra demos, holiday get-togethers, whatever you want to call them, get your 10 ASVPs into people's hands so you can get a free one for the holidays, because either you can use that, or can you imagine giving that as a gift this year? Someone would love you for that. And so I encourage you, take a look at your calendar between now and, obviously people travel and do stuff for Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving's only one day. Don't take that whole week off and the following week, because there's so many things that you can do this month to really maximize volume. And talking to people that maybe you haven't seen in a long time. A lot of times people travel either to where you are or wherever you may go for Thanksgiving. Take Arbonne with you. Just because it's a holiday doesn't mean, take the time off. Obviously, we want you to spend time with your family, friends. But during conversation, Arbonne's going to come up. Bring your Ultra with you. And if you haven't gotten one of those little travel bags, those are awesome. You can take that wherever you go and demonstrate that and get those into people's hands, because I will tell you, people love them. So that's one thing. As far as traveling, the nice thing is, if you bring your Ultra, if you bring a few samples, if you bring some products, you can write off part of your trip if you're going to be talking Arbonne. So that's a huge benefit of this business, because we're traveling anyway, perhaps, or people are coming to visit. Take advantage of that opportunity. The other thing that I like to do during the holidays, for those of you who know me, you know that I don't do a whole lot of group presentations, but this is the time of year that I love doing parties with a purpose. This is the time where you can really find, get into people's homes and give back to other charities, people's nonprofits. Sometimes people may not want anything to do with Arbonne, but if they have a cause that's near and dear to them, and you offer to give a portion of the proceeds or all of the proceeds to their nonprofit, they're more than willing to help you with an event. So I would encourage as many of those as possible. This time of year, a lot of schools have holiday trunk shows, or churches or whatever organizations you might be involved with. Again, I don't do a lot of these types of events, but during the holidays, it's a great opportunity to get our products out in front of other people. Our holiday line is beautiful. A lot of times people will make gift baskets and offer those up, take them to businesses. There are so many things that you can do, not only with the holiday products, but with Genius Ultra, with products that we already have. Come up with a couple different packages that you can offer to people. So a lot that you can do as far as gift giving. If you have to give a gift this holiday season and you're not giving Arbonne, you're missing the boat, because our products are amazing. People love to get them as gifts, and you get paid to give them as gifts. So I encourage you to see who you need to get gifts for and get Arbonne this holiday season. And then finally, I want to talk about why this is. I'm going to do the holiday thing, and then I'll talk a little bit about networking. One of the reasons why Arbonne is such an appealing business is because so many of the benefits that you get, especially for tax purposes. So if you're talking to people about the business, you want to talk to them that, they want to join before the end of the year so they can have a tax write-off. They can buy their products, their starter kit, and use all of that as tax write-offs. Obviously different states have different accounting rules. Talk to an accountant about that, but that's a huge benefit. And then the other benefit, as we talked about Thanksgiving coming up and people traveling, same thing around Christmas, Hanukkah. People have time off. This is a time where people start thinking about their New Year's resolutions. They take a look at, what they've done this last year, and it's a great time to remind people, did you get what you wanted this year? If you keep doing what you're doing, are you going to keep getting what you're getting? You know, maybe now is the right time to change, to think about other opportunities. And I would really encourage you just to have people take a look. I mean, we're not asking people to join the business, to buy products the first time we meet them. We just want people to learn more so they can make an educated decision. And that just kind of leads me into networking, because for the past, I want to say probably 5 years, that's strictly how I've been building my business. It's through going to different networking events, getting involved with, you know, groups of like-minded people. I recently joined, I've been mostly involved with women's networking groups, but I recently joined a BNI group, which is a referral group. And if you can find the right group where people really support each other and help prosper other people's businesses, that is a great way to start building your business. And the key to networking isn't to grab as many business cards as possible, add them to a mailing list, and, you know, bombard them with emails. The best way that I found for networking is if you go to an event, find 1 or 2 people that you want to connect with and just start conversations. This isn't about you selling Arbonne. This isn't about you bringing people into the business. This is about you finding a connection with somebody that you can build a relationship with. And typically when I go to networking events, I look for people that I can partner with, that we can help each other's businesses, somebody who has a similar type of clientele, but we're not competing. And oftentimes those are the people that will end up joining my business. Whether it's a salon owner, a fitness professional, a nutritionist, a wellness coach, you know, our products appeal to such a wide variety of people, and we can do events that we can both invite people that would support each other's businesses. So I encourage you to meet those referral partners that you can just give referrals to them. They can give referrals to you. I mean, it's so much easier when you're not struggling to find people to talk to. And if you go to a networking event, there's always somebody that you can talk to. And I'll just give a quick story, and then I know I'm going to pass the baton here in just a second. But my latest networking group, there's a new personal trainer. She actually works at a gym that I go to, and I invited her to the group because we needed a personal trainer. And obviously when I'm inviting a personal trainer, I'm hoping that they'll like Arbonne and we can partner together. So we met outside of the meeting, had a one-to-one, just started to get to know each other, found out that we had mutual friends, we had a lot in common. She's not currently recommending any products, you know, and we were talking about that. And then we started talking about her mom. And her mom is an esthetician and isn't working right now and is really looking for something to do. So instead of putting this on her and saying, well, I want you to be on my team right now, I'm like, you know what, this might be something good for your mom, and maybe you can do it together. Why don't we all have a conversation? So we met, had coffee, and they both ended up joining the business. And so it was just listening to what people are saying, making those connections, and having those conversations. So I encourage you all, especially this time of year, to help meet some new people, network, and it's, for me, I didn't want to talk, when I joined this business, I didn't want to talk to anybody I didn't know. I am not the type of person that wanted to go out and meet new people. If I went to an event, I would wait for somebody to talk to me. Over the last 5 years, I'm now the person going up to other people. It's getting out of your comfort zone, and that's really what this business is all about. So I encourage you all to, before the end of this month, find one group that you're going to go to and go meet somebody new and just have coffee. Even if they never buy a product or join your business, maybe you can make that relationship and have that friendship. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Sherry. That was great info. I love that. And congrats on 2 new business builders. That is so exciting. Okay, you guys, I am not going to delay in just talking about this next speaker that we have. You guys, I mean, I know a lot of you know Lisa License. I mean, this woman is such an incredible powerhouse leader. She is one of our booming, growing area managers, and you know, all doing this while she is a devoted wife and mother. I mean, I think you've heard my story. One night I was Zooming with Lisa it was midnight her time, and her baby was on her lap, you know? So this girl does it right. I guarantee you that we are going to have another VP on our team in the very near future in Lisa License. And Lisa, I would love you to take it away for a few minutes and talk about getting to your why and how important that is.
Awesome. Thanks, Hope. I always get so embarrassed when you introduce. Anyway, thank you for that. And I'm just doing what the people before me did, honestly. So, okay, so there's a really awesome video, and I apologize in advance to those who were at the training on Saturday. It's a little bit of a repeat, but sort of distilled. But we're going to do the video really quickly, and then I'll just kind of take it from there. But it's really just about you know, the importance of knowing why we're doing this and how much more effective and efficient we can be if we really know why we're doing what we're doing. So,
you guys, can you see this right now? Can you see the video?
No.
You need to share the screen.
No, I did. I did share the screen.
Even if you just play the audio, if the audio plays, it's totally fine.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. I really, can you guys see me? Oh my goodness. Now I'm like, you can see me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Because I can't get back to hold on a minute, you guys. I got to get back there. Okay, well, I'm pushing share screen. Here we go.
There you go.
Here we go. Okay.
Yay. Okay.
All right.
It's called How Do I Know? And a lot of times when people hear the phrase, how do I know? The next thing they say is what? How do I know what? The key really isn't to know what. The key is to know why. Because when you know your why, you have options on what your what can be. For instance, my why is to inspire people to walk in purpose. My what is stand-up comedy. My what is writing books. My what can be going out with some friends to eat. In fact, another what that has moved me towards my why is a web series that we have out now called Break Time. So every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, you should subscribe to the channel. We do a series called Break Time on YouTube. So 3 o'clock, we drop a new episode. One episode in particular, I'm about to show you a clip to. We were in Winston-Salem. So Break Time, this is how it works. I travel the country. I do stand-up comedy, probably an hour and a half at an event. In the middle of my show, I'll just sit down and start talking to the audience. And funny just happens. Or I'll meet somebody who's really interesting. So I met this one guy, and he said that he teaches music at a school. I was like, all right, you teach music, you know, can you sing? And then I'm just going to show you the clip. Check it. So you're a musical director.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That bro can sing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, once you give it a version, is if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick. If you know the version I'm talking about, just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Here's the thing. The first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time I asked him to sing, he knew why he was doing it. When you know your why, your what has more impact because you're walking in or towards your purpose. The series is called How Do I Know? A lot of times when people hear the phrase, how do I know, the next...
Okay.
All right.
So,
Lisa, take it away.
wow, right? Every time. I think I've seen it probably 25 times and I get goosebumps and get teary. And so think about this. My point really with this training is to think about this with your Arbonne business. You know, think about when you really, really know what your why is. And it's really an impactful, you know, you've got skin in the game. This cuts to your heart. You know, you've got promises that you've made to your family, to yourself, you know, that comes across. And it has a big impact in not only your results, but how you show up and how it feels to do this business. And so that was really what this is about. And so thinking about, you know, success in anything. Lost on my timer. I set it for 6 minutes though, so I gave myself a buffer. So when we're thinking about training on anything, 90% of it's mindset. I think I stole this from Kim and Audra, but 90% mindset, 10% is training. And so it's really our mindset and, you know, knowing why we do what we do. You know, in most of life, or hopefully in a few areas in life, we know why we do what we do. And when you think about kind of the mundane, you know, the no-brainers, you know, why do we put gas in our car? I love analogies. Well, if we didn't, we'd run out of gas. It's a really immediate consequence, right? And it's a really immediate benefit. We get to drive where we want to go, you know, so we do it. You know, or why do I change my kids' diapers? Well, immediately they have a clean diaper, and if I didn't, it would be even messier, you know. And so it's just, you just do it because you know why you're doing it. But what do? You know, we make phone calls. We ask people to meet for coffee. We plug into these trainings and audio. We read our goal cards. We use the product. We make to-do lists. We have accountability partners. There's no immediate consequence for not doing any of these things. No immediate consequence, and there's no immediate result either. So it's really, really easy to not do them. And so that this is the idea of attaching that consequence, you know, being attached to that big why, and knowing that without a doubt, if you're not doing those things, you're essentially choosing to not have that outcome. We're stealing from our future, really, is what's happening. And I don't mean this in like I as a joke, I was going to hold up a mirror at the training to be like, I'm talking to myself here too. So know that this isn't about talking to anyone. I'm talking to myself at the same time. So why even have a why? And, you know, I think we all know John O'Leary's book very well. And, you know, we have our why because if we know our why, we can endure anyhow. And to sustain the how, the cancellations, the no shows, the dream stealers. So from his book, when we understand the purpose of something, we can move forward clearly without any nagging thoughts of, is this worth it? This is hard. No way I should be doing this. When we know our own why, it keeps us focused, on point, and moving forward. So getting to know this, having a crystal clear vision of, otherwise we're living in constant negotiation. Do I do it? Do I not do it? But if we had that direct line of consequence of, if I don't make those phone calls, I am going to have to work until I'm 60, maybe 2 jobs, you know, or if I don't do this personal development today, my husband's going to have to work till he's 60. I can't bring him home. Because if we don't think of it in that sense, if we don't know what that bigger picture is, and then we don't immediately attach our daily dues to that, we're kidding ourselves, really kidding ourselves into thinking it's not a big deal, but it really is. You know, the little things, little by little, become big things, for better or for worse. So a couple tips on kind of how to do this. And this is not something you're going to be able to do in, 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It's going to take some time to sit and think about what is this big why. And so this was a little exercise that, don't do it now, do it later, but a couple tips on how to get there. I'm going to make an assumption that you got into this business with a financial goal or reason. And so what I want you to do is take a piece of paper and write, 1, 2, 3, like 3 questions. And the first question being, what's your big money why? Like when the person asks you the question, what dollar amount would make this worth it to you? Think about what that answer is. And then secondly, okay, so then what? What will that allow you to do? What will that make possible? And then again, ask yourself, so what will that make possible? Really get down in there. And you're going to notice some themes with that. When you notice those themes that kind of crop up, I know with mine, what cropped up was being able to have time, being able to give, being able to have experiences. We're recording this.
Oh, sorry.
This is my husband. So when you find those themes, don't wait for that big why to happen. Start doing them now. That's gonna just spark, oh my gosh, imagine doing more of this. So right now, like volunteering, giving is something I cannot wait to do more of. Right now, I volunteer 1 day a month because it's what I can handle. Or I can't wait to just give randomly to my family, to people that I see that are in need. I can't wait to do that. So right now I'm doing what I can. My example was I got a gift card for my birthday to a store that I absolutely love. And instead of spending it on myself, I gifted one of my friends, just kind of, knowing she would love these pants. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give these to her. And that was so much more fun than getting myself another, sweatshirt or pair of running shorts or whatever. And so that kind of stuff, that just kind of keeps you in what you're doing this for, and so thinking about that, and really thinking about those little decisions that we make and really celebrating those, because those are leading to the big things. So there's going to be a ton of private victories before there's any public victories. So when you make those phone calls, it doesn't have to be when you post that you hit your brick or that you post that you bonused your district. Those are awesome things. But the reason those happened is because those daily things were happening. And so really congratulate yourself, So Earl Nightingale, success is the progressive realization towards a worthy goal. So progressive realization, that's making a phone call, that's reading your 10 pages, that's being on this training tonight. So I know I've got about 1 minute left. And so what I want to do is have you think about how to incorporate this into when you're sharing with people. Once you get to your big why, how to distill that and really just take that theme. You don't have to say this is what I'm planning to do, but find those themes so that you can speak authentically, that it's your why and you're jazzed about it, but it also is vague enough to apply to whoever you're talking to. And you have to believe this. You have to believe this with your whole heart. Patty Elger said this, and I think it's amazing, that we have to know that this can change people's lives before we have any proof that it's changed ours. We have to believe it before we have any proof. Otherwise, it's going to come across as forced, and people are going to know that we don't really believe what we're doing. Okay, so clarity, and this is from Start With Why, Simon Sinek. You have to know why you do what you do. If people don't buy what you do, they will not buy why you do it. Oh wait, if people don't buy what you do, they will buy why you do it. It follows that if you don't know why you do what you do, how will anyone else? And so we have to be the vision for people before so they're brave enough to find their own. And I think that's about it. But if you want anything more on this, I know I could talk for like 2 hours, and I think I did on Saturday. but just know that fear is really expensive, and to be brave and really get into that big why and feel really proud to share that, because the vehicle that you're attached to with this can provide that. Absolutely, without a doubt. We've seen it happen. And before you believe it for you, plug into INR bonds, plug into SoundCloud so that you can believe it for yourself and for others. So that's it. And hopefully that was helpful. And I just want to pass it. I think Sarah's on. And so I just want to, she's going to share a quick nugget. She just promoted to area manager. I feel like a new mom. She's my firstborn area manager. I'm so, so thrilled. And I'm so proud of how she did it. It was so solid. And the image that comes to my mind is like, I get emotional. It's like a freight train. She was just solid and unshakable and momentum. And I mean, she has more volume in her central area than I do right now. So she's just carried it into November. And this woman is just a ray of sunshine, and could not be more proud of her. So Sarah, you're up.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for making me cry. Awesome. Well, I'm going to keep it short, you guys. I got 2 minutes. I just want to thank you so much. Can you hear me okay? Everybody good? It was awesome. Okay. So I'm just jumping on tonight talking about, first of all, like I said, thank you, Lisa and Hope and everyone. It's just amazing. I'm talking about balancing your busy life. I've got my notes because otherwise I'll ramble. Balancing busy wife and mom with Arbonne, and getting the area manager. So number one, I've got 4 quick tips for you. Number one, show up to everything. Now I'm going to start crying. Literally, they told me to show up to everything, and so I did it. And I saw my leaders doing it, and I showed up to everything. I was a single mom when I started. Didn't really, couldn't really afford some daycare. So I brought my kid out. I was very fortunate that people were very understanding with that. But, my biggest thing here is plug into everything, be coachable. Don't let your why be your why not. Lisa just got done saying that. The kids have a game, yes. But, just think about what that's going to do for you later. My number 2, love on everyone. Start by loving on your family, because no matter what, whether they support you or not, they are going to be your support system at home. My kids, my stepdaughter just asked me the other day, did we do it? Did we promote it? I was like, we did it. So we had this awesome little fest. And as you guys know, if you follow me on Facebook, my Sophia is always working on her Arbonne business. It's so cute. Love on your upline, you guys. Be so in love with your upline, because on those days where you are like, I don't know, I just don't know, you can call them and they are going to give you this breath of fresh air that you needed. Love on your team, because you know what? We brought these people into this business. They're amazing. They saw something either in you or in the business. So I feel like I owe it to my team to just keep running. And I just love that. Loving your clients. Going back to my team, I'm actually at a launch right now. We're relaunching one of my teammates. We've been in contact for over 2 years, and we are relaunching her as we speak. Yeah, woohoo! So, and number 3, be incredibly grateful about everything. Your kids are gonna throw your freshly clothes, your freshly folded clothes that you worked so hard. They're gonna throw them everywhere. But it's gonna be a fun little thing, and be like, this is your business now. You get to clean up those clothes. Be grateful when people say no to you, because they brought something into your life, or they brought a learning experience into your life. Which is super exciting. My final thing here is don't quit. Don't ever quit. Decide. I had my baby May 26th. On July 31st, I decided. I called every client. I called every PC, and I did it again 2 weeks ago, and did it with this gratitude that I could never explain. And I have had so much just amazing feedback on that. So just, don't ever quit. This is an amazing business. These people are absolutely amazing, and what it can do for your life is absolutely incredible. So thank you, Hope. I'll hand it back to you. I know that was a little over my 2 minutes, but thank you.
Sarah, now you've got all of us crying.
I'm sorry. I'm so emotional right now.
I swear, you too, you're going to be a VP before we know it. And you know what, guys? Sarah really is sunshine. I mean, she was at GTC last year. Lisa, we've got a picture with her, pregnant, like adorable. Oh my gosh. And now you're an area manager and you are just on fire. You guys, this is what the business is about. It's like changing people's lives. And we have got to embrace this and understand, you guys, these tears of gratitude and excitement are real. And how dare we not share this with people? It's just too good, you guys. It's too good. Sherry, Lisa, Sarah, thank you so much for speaking tonight. I love you guys. And you guys, like Sherry was saying earlier, do not miss the boat, you guys, with this month. Get creative, share. You guys, everybody should have it on their to-do list to sell 10 ultras this month. And get that free when you guys laminate, make a picture, you're going to take a picture, print the picture of the deal that's going on through the 16th, and just text people, call people, get them on the phone and say, I have got something so incredible to show you. Take, do prints of the before and afters and show them that. You guys, people want this thing. I am just telling you, everybody wants this thing. Wendy, she's putting in her order. She has a friend who works in a day spa and she is putting in an order for it. And she works in a spa. So don't miss the boat, you guys. And like Sherry said, do events, because events this time of the year are so fun. Again, give back. Wendy and I are going to do a holiday open house, and we're giving away a pair of socks with every single order that people place. So people love to give back, and make it fun, you guys. But I just want you to have the best rest of November. Get that activity just ramped up so you can barely breathe. You're in so much momentum, and you're going to go into December with so much on your plate, and then that is just going to carry you into the new year, you guys. It's going to be extraordinary. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and again, thank you to our speakers. Love you guys. Bye.